2 words. Bob Arum. Oh, shit. You know, a couple of hours before this fight, not many people actually watched it. I guess they were watching the undercard fights, but a couple of hours before this fight, I uploaded a video where I changed my prediction, and I actually changed the prediction to a points win for Manny Pacquiao. You know, I always believed that Tim Bradley would get a fair shake in this fight. Yeah, I did not think Tim Bradley would get robbed, right? That's one thing I was fairly confident about. But nowhere in my wildest dreams did I think that Manny Pacquiao would get robbed. This is crazy. First of all, let me tell you how I scored it. I scored the first round even, second round to Pacquiao, third round to Pacquiao, fourth round to Pacquiao, fifth round to Pacquiao, sixth round to Pacquiao, seventh round to Bradley, eighth round to Pacquiao, ninth round to Bradley, 10th round to Bradley, 11th round even, and a 12th round to Pacquiao. So I had it 118 to 113. So I had a comfortable points win for Manny Pacquiao. It was a robbery, right? It was a robbery. How many rounds did I give to Bradley here? I gave Bradley, how many rounds? I gave Bradley 3 rounds in the fight, and I scored 2 rounds even, right? Manny Pacquiao won the fight clear. What can I say? You know, early in the fight, Bradley got himself involved, right? Where he didn't need to get involved. You know, I thought that he would start off a lot more cautiously than he did because Pacquiao's got the quicker hands. So, you know, Bradley got involved where he really didn't need to get involved. And he ended up getting himself hurt early in the fight. And his legs were gone pretty much for the whole first 6-7 rounds of the fight. His legs were gone. And this guy, I mean, it didn't look like he could possibly last the 12 rounds. Bradley has got a massive heart, you know what I mean? And he is a smart fighter, you know what I mean? I think he got a bit carried away early in the fight. He let his emotions get to him a bit too much, and he tried to engage and, you know, fight Pacquiao. He should have stuck to his boxing earlier in the fight, you get me? But he did get involved, and that's why I actually changed my prediction, because I had the feeling that Bradley would get involved early. Well, not early, but I thought he would get involved at some stage, you know what I mean? I thought he'd let his emotions get the better of him, and you know, Pacquiao would hurt him, and you know, that's why Pacquiao would take a decision in the end. And that's pretty much what happened, although Bradley got involved a lot earlier than I thought he would. But, you know, credit to Bradley, he hung on. He showed a lot of toughness. And, you know, I gave him, like I say, 3 rounds in the fight. And in those rounds, it's not like he really beat up Pacquiao or, you know, did anything spectacular in those 3 rounds. But the longer the fight went, the better Bradley started to look. When he got his legs back around the middle rounds, he seemed to be adjusting to Pacquiao's rhythm. Pacquiao was slowing down a bit. Maybe took his foot off the gas. He didn't press for the finish when he had Bradley hurt as much as he could have done. But Bradley's very savvy in there. You know what I mean? Like I said before the fight, Bradley's a very smart fighter. Do you understand? He's very smart. He's very savvy. You get me? He knows how to survive. He knows, you know, the little tricks in there. You understand what I'm saying? That's the first thing I ever noticed about Tim Bradley. The first time I ever saw him. He's a very smart, crafty fighter. You get what I'm saying? Very crafty. He was using head movement whenever Pacquiao was trying to unload the combinations. It was difficult for Pacquiao to get more than one shot on Bradley at a time. Yeah, Bradley's very crafty in there. So as the fight went on, Bradley started having more success with the back foot counter-punching style like Marquez, right? Not enough success to win the fight. This is a robbery. Don't get it confused. This is a robbery. But like I said, I gave Bradley 3 rounds in the fight and I scored 2 rounds even. You understand? So 118, 113 for Pacquiao. You know, you could have maybe put, there was a few rounds in there. You know, in a lot of the rounds, especially in the second half of the fight, there was not a lot of clean punches landed. Right? Pacquiao might land 1 clean shot, and then the rest of the round was Bradley, you know, sticking out jabs here and there, landing a few, you know, shots that kind of half landed, half blocked. You understand? Bradley stole a few rounds in there. Do you understand? Just being a bit busier than Pacquiao. Pacquiao just seemed to take his foot off the gas late in the fight, and Bradley was a little bit busier. And like I say, I do think that Bradley adjusted in there. late in the fight, he seemed to come into his own and understand Pacquiao's pattern late in the fight. But like I said, not enough to get a decision. I mean, this is just Bob Arum. You understand? Bob Arum wants to set up the rematch. So here he go. Here we go. He's got his rematch. You know, he wanted controversy to set up the rematch. But, you know, I'll tell you this about the rematch. I think Tim Bradley will do better in the rematch. I think he'll do better in the rematch because he's had experience with Pacquiao now. I think in the early rounds, he kind of burnt himself out with a bit of nervous energy. You know what I mean? Maybe he trained too hard as well, because I've never seen Tim Bradley that tired before, even though he was hurt. And that's one of the reasons his legs was, you know, so bad. I do think that maybe he did overtrain, because Tim Bradley's known to, you know, overtrain in fights. He's known to just go over the top in his training camps, and his trainer and conditioner and everything are usually the ones trying to hold him back because they say he's doing too much. So it's a possibility that maybe he overtrained, but I think Bradley will be more effective in the rematch, you get me, than this fight. So the rematch will be interesting. I think it will be a lot close. You know, I mean, this fight wasn't close. Pacquiao won it clearly, but I think the next fight will be a lot closer. Yeah. Because I think Bradley learned in there, you know what I mean? And like I say, he is a smart fighter. He's very slick. He's clever. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the hand speed of Pacquiao, but he's a thinking fighter. You understand? He knew how to smother Pacquiao's work, so Pacquiao couldn't get off the combinations. He knew all the veteran, you know what I mean? The sly little veteran tricks, like a Bernard Hopkins. Do you understand? He knew how to get through it. But yeah, crazy decision, but there you go, man. That's Bob Arum for you, man. Pacquiao should have won the fight. What more can I say? You know, a lot of people will be happy this happened because they see it as justice for Marquez getting robbed in Pacquiao's, you know, last fight. So now Pacquiao gets robbed in this fight. People are gonna see it as justice, whatever. So whatever, man. But you know, everyone knows pretty much. Even Bradley knows that he didn't win this fight. You know what I'm saying? Even Bradley knows he didn't win it. And obviously the rematch is set for November or whatever. So there you go. A lot of people probably won a lot of money on this fight. You know what I mean? Because there was big odds on Tim Bradley. I didn't end up putting any money down. I wish I did. Because I would have won quite a bit. A lot of people will be very happy tonight because they won a lot of money on Tim Bradley. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what you lot think in the comment section below. I'm just bewildered, man. I'm bewildered. You get me? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is Hatman. I'm out.